Forget everything you think you know about fairy tales. Today, we're diving into the dark, twisted, and utterly fascinating story of Teen Tiem Siem, often called the Vietnamese Cinderella or Snow White. But trust me, this tale goes places Disney would never dare. Our story begins in a small village in ancient Vietnam with a girl named Tien. She's kind, beautiful, and sadly, an orphan living with her cruel stepmother and jealous stepsister, CM. Her life is a constant cycle of chores and abuse. One day, the stepmother promises a reward to whoever catches the most fish. Tintin, being diligent, fills her basket. But Siam, lazy and cunning, tricks her and steals all the fish, leaving Tintin with nothing. Heartbroken, Teen Tiem weeps by the riverbank. Suddenly, a benevolent spirit, the BT, appears. Think of him as the Vietnamese equivalent of a fairy godmother. He tells her not to cry, but to look in her basket. There she finds one tiny goby fish left. The BT instructs her to raise this fish, named Bang, in the well, and it will bring her comfort. TNTM does just that, and a deep bond forms between them. Every day she feeds Bang, and the fish becomes her only friend. While Teen Tiem is gone, the stepmother lures the poor bangfish out and has it killed and cooked for dinner. When Teen Tiem returns and discovers her only friend is gone, she is utterly devastated. The BT appears once more. He tells her to find the fish bones and bury them in 4 jars under the corners of her bed. This, he says, is where the magic truly begins. Soon after, the king announces a grand festival, and every maiden in the kingdom is invited. Of course, the stepmother forbids Teen Tiem from going. To make it impossible, she mixes a pile of rice and bran together and orders Teen Tiem to separate them before she can leave. As Teen Tiem sits there, crying over the impossible task, a flock of sparrows magically appears and separates the grains for her in minutes. With the task done, Teen Tiem goes to the jars she buried. From them, she pulls out a stunning silk dress, a beautiful saddle, and a magnificent horse. But most importantly, she finds a pair of exquisite embroidered slippers. Every woman at the festival tries it on, including CM, but it fits no one. When TTM arrives, the slipper fits her foot perfectly. The king is enchanted by her beauty and grace, and soon Tintin becomes the queen. You might think this is where the story ends with happily ever after, but this is where it truly gets dark. The stepmother and CM are consumed by envy. They plot to get rid of TNTM for good. They trick TNTM into returning home for her father's death anniversary. As TNTM climbs an areca palm tree to gather nuts for the offering, the stepmother takes an axe and chops down the tree. TNTM falls to her death. CM is then sent to the palace to take her sister's place as the new queen. But Tienem's spirit is too strong to be extinguished. Her soul transforms into a beautiful golden oriole. The bird follows the king everywhere, singing sweet songs only for him. The king cherishes the bird, keeping it in a golden cage. But CM, recognizing her sister's spirit, becomes furious. She kills the oriole and buries its feathers in the royal garden. From that spot, two magnificent bamboo trees grow. Their leaves rustle in the wind, creating a soothing sound that comforts the grieving king. He spends all his time there under the shade of the bamboo. Again, CM's jealousy boils over. She orders the trees to be cut down and has a loom woven from the wood. But even as a loom, Tienem's spirit haunts her. Every time Cam tries to weave, the loom creaks, "Kitco, Kitcut, you took my husband. I will take your eyes." Terrified, CM burns the loom to ashes and scatters them far from the palace. From those ashes, a single seed sprouts and grows into a beautiful persimmon tree, bearing just one enormous, fragrant fruit. An old, kind woman passes by, sees the fruit, and wishes aloud for it. The fruit gently falls into her basket. She takes it home, but something strange happens. Every day she returns from the market to find her house spotlessly clean and a hot meal waiting for her. One day she pretends to leave, but hides and watches. She sees a beautiful young woman emerge from the persimmon fruit. It's TNTM reborn in human form. The old woman rushes in, embraces TNTM, and tears the empty fruit skin so she can never go back. TNTM now lives with the old woman, no longer the naive girl she once was, but a woman hardened by betrayal. One day, the king, still mourning, gets lost while hunting and stumbles upon the old woman's house. Teen TM, alive and more beautiful than ever. Overjoyed, the king takes her back to the palace, where she rightfully reclaims her throne. And now for the revenge. This is the part they leave out of the children's books. CM, amazed by her sister's enhanced beauty, asks for her secret. Teen TM calmly replies, "If you want to be as beautiful as me, you just need to take a bath in this basin." She points to a deep basin of boiling water she had prepared. Blinded by vanity, CM jumps in and is boiled alive. But TM's revenge doesn't end there. She has CMS flesh made into a fermented sauce, puts it in a jar, and sends it to her stepmother as a gift from her daughter. For months, the stepmother enjoys the sauce with her daily meals, remarking on how delicious it is. One day, a crow flies by and caws, "Delicious, licking the flesh of your own child. Are you furious?" The stepmother throws a stick at the crow. When she finally reaches the bottom of the jar, she finds a human skull. Realizing the horrific truth of what she has been eating, she screams in terror and dies on the spot from a massive heart attack. TMCM isn't just a story of good versus evil. It's a powerful saga about resilience, the transformation of innocence into formidable strength, and the chilling delivery of justice. It's a reminder that while goodness can